Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Charity Ekezie and I am live in Belém, Brazil for COP30. Now that's the United Nations Climate Change Conference. And I have two amazing special individuals right here with me. And I'm going to be asking them a couple of questions around climate change. And I'd love you to listen and drop a comment in the comment section and tell us what you think about this, okay? So I have with me the first person, which is Kate Brandt. Oh my God. She, she is the Chief Sustainability Officer at Google. Guys, I pulled Google. Okay. Okay. And then next to her is Mr. Ani. He is the president and CEO of the World Resource Institute and is also the author of the book, The New Global Possible. Guys. Okay, so I have a couple of questions for you guys. So first, I'm going to start with Ani. As the president and the CEO of the World Resource Institute, of course, can you share with us like what your work is all about and why is this work so important? Like, why is it important, especially to an event like COP30?
Uh, so our work is to how to get work with countries across the world, is to get how in an intersection with climate change, nature, but most importantly, people. How do the economy we have, where we live, how we produce energy, how do we actually get to a place that we can produce energy without polluting the earth, produce food without destroying nature, have clean water? How do we get there? So all our work across the world, and we have a team distributed all across the world, a large team in Africa, which we're very proud of, is actually to work in the intersection of how economies work, how nature work, and how livelihoods work. You know how the reason why I'm here is that though our lot of work in countries, some things countries have to do together. Climate change is one of those things that has no natural boundaries, right? It backs. So every year when countries come together, like in COP, this happens every year, they come together to figure out how to get to better ambition, to do things differently, but most importantly, how to do things together. That's why we are here, because we support this process every year across. So I'm very excited to be here. This is the second day of a 2 week process, and it's so wonderful to see so many of my colleagues are here. And Kate and I have been doing work together, which I hope we get to talk about. And we are very happy to be here to talk about what's possible to do in partnerships.
I'm glad you mentioned Africa because I am from Africa and I'm going to come back to you on Africa. But I'm also glad you mentioned togetherness. There's something we say in Africa, it's a uniting word. We call togetherness Ubuntu. That's what it means. Like we're all together, we all belong to the same group, we're just the same people. Ubuntu, shared love. So thank you. So over to you, Miss Kate, Miss Kate, Mrs. Kate. Okay, I'm so sorry. All right, so so there's a lot of conversations regarding using AI to accelerate nature protection going on. Now, I want to know if that's even possible. Like, is that even possible? And if so, how?
Yes. We are really excited at Google about unlocking the power of AI to solve the world's greatest challenges, including the protection of nature. And we're so grateful that we've been working now for over 15 years with Ani's team at World Resources Institute, unlocking petabytes of geospatial data through a platform that we built called Google Earth Engine to do forest protection. We already have 6 million hectares of forests in the Global Forest Watch tool that's built on Earth Engine that are being monitored around the world. But now we see the potential to supercharge that work with AI. And so just this week, for instance, we released a new model that we call Forestcast. And so now we're starting to be able to not only monitor where is deforestation taking place, but also where is it most likely to occur. So we can give that information to indigenous communities, to governments to help actually prevent deforestation before it takes place. So these are the kind of unlocks that we're really excited about, building upon years of using geospatial mapping, now introducing AI to supercharge that work.
And I'm so excited that the indigenous communities are involved because this will be really beneficial and helpful to them. It's very, very nice what you're doing. Amazing work. Thank you so much. Now back to you, Mr. Ani. So, as an African, I would like to know how your work shows up in Africa. Very simple. And I remember we spoke earlier outside, and you mentioned that when I told you I was Nigerian, and you were like, "Yeah, we do some work in Nigeria." I want to hear it. Like, how does it show up?
So we want to we do many things in Africa. We are present in 5 different countries. But one of the most significant piece of work we do is actually restore degraded land. So I'm going to talk about just that. Um, Africa has, you know, millions of hectares of degraded land. Simply just to, it's clear, degraded land is land that you can't use for grazing animal or growing plants. And 55% of Africa's population is directly connected from income from land. So when so much land is not actually being used, it's actually a direct impact people's livelihood. So one of the program projects initiatives actually, and it comes back to what Kate was saying, our partnership. We've been working with African Union to restore 100 million hectares of land.
Beautiful.
Which is enormous. The 33 countries came together, politically said, we want to restore land. How do we do it? And we actually have developed a method to do that. And we are working together with multiple partners. But the most important thing I want to say, we don't think you can restore nature if it's not good for people. It's not durable. You can't just go and protect nature. So what we are doing is we're actually working with micro entrepreneurs, nursery owners, NGOs, small businesses that are actually working to empower a group of farmers or to help them grow trees or in their land or even in the land they're actually farming. So one of my favorite stories from that is I was in about this program. I was in Nigeria, in Kenya actually, just outside Nairobi, and I met three phenomenal women who have a small business of macadamia nuts. And these three women got a small grant from the program we have, and what they do is they actually work with 7, 8. I think at that time it was 7 when I met them. Now it's 10,000 farmer, and help them grow macadamia trees. Give them the technical assistance. If the trees are sick, support them. But the most important thing to do when the nuts are grown there, they immediately buy them and pay them through your fantastic digital payment system that every one of your listeners know about immediately. And so they buys the nuts and brings it to outside Nairobi, and they have a small factory, mostly women workers. They process it, package it, and sell it in Europe and United States. So this is a really good story because 10,000 farmers, 50,000 people getting employment. So already it's a good story. But the better part of the story is that these trees, which are very big, have roots underground. It's bringing back water in land that did not have water before. The trees are sequestering carbon for the long term. And the most important part, so this is a story where nature is getting regrown, people are getting employment, and it's good for climate. So we need to find these solutions that are good for people, nature, and climate at the same time, and this is what we're trying to do. But the best part of the story is these three women got a small grant from the project. Now they don't need any grant. They're commercially viable. They get commercial loans. So you create this engine of innovation and growth and support, which we need to do 1,000 times over, which is actually good for people, nature, and climate at the same time. And where does our partnership come in? The reason we can do this, we can raise lots of philanthropic capital, that we can actually, in the densest part and remote part of Africa, tell us very hyper clear monitoring of what we're doing with our community members. Because of the technology, we use the world's best technology in this place, and we are able to tell a story of where the plant is growing, how tall is the plant. And so the people who are funding us to do this know what we're doing. And we actually used this project to train models of the new model that with AI, which driven model that Kate was talking about. We trained with this 10,000 community members we were working with. So I like the story because it's change on the ground, but it's actually also economic development of people and their families. And I think that's what we need to do, not just talk about climate, but talk about people and their lives.
You did the summary for me because I was about to say, oh, so you're not just changing lives, you're not just restoring the ground, you're also giving people jobs and building the economy. And then you just said it, so you took away my ending story.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
So should I say it again? No. Okay, but it was really amazing having the both of you. That's my time. I wish I could have more time with you guys. And I want to ask you, can I just like follow you home? Like,
That's what I do. You should do that. I do the same thing.
all right. So thank you guys so much for joining me on my channel today. It's really amazing having the both of you. And thank you for what you do. You are amazing. Thank you for what you also do for Africa. I would always keep saying thank you because I need to just appreciate those who are really trying, not those who just want to take away from Africa, but those who are also giving back. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you for everything you're
Thank you.
doing and sharing all these solutions. We really appreciate.
Guys, she's telling me thank you. I'm a celebrity now. What do you mean? But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Bye, guys.